thinking of you.
Hello and welcome to Looking at the Markets with David Modell. I wanted to show you a short setup that I see all the time. And please, first of all, be aware that this does not work perfectly, does not work 100% of the time. And please use stop losses if you're a day trader and use small position sizes, okay? Respect your stop losses and don't go all in on any one trade because this trade can fail. But it seems like something that I see quite often and that you might be able to use in your trading if you like to use short selling, especially at the open. Okay, today I'm looking at Alibaba as an example. BABA is the ticker symbol. This is tradingview.com, the 1 minute candlestick chart. Each candle represents 1 minute. And this is a gap down, okay? And as you can see, over the next several minutes, not only was there a gap down, but it kept going down. These are decent-sized red candles. But what I see oftentimes is a head fake to the upside, because you don't see stocks typically, I'm sure there are exceptions, but typically stocks don't just keep going down forever, okay? There's generally a dead cat bounce, okay, or a head fake to the upside. That is normal. It'll typically be on fairly low volume. I don't have the volume bars up here, but that is one sign, okay? But after a big gap down, and it's even more true if it keeps going down, if you want to short the stock, what you can do, and this is a strategy that's not perfect, but it is worth considering, is wait for the bounce, wait for the head fake, the dead cat bounce, as they say. And then you wait for the bar that shows, you wait for the candle that shows that, oh yeah, this is really just a head fake. Look at the size of that candle. That's a decent sized candle there, okay? Also, you want to watch the news though. You want to know why the gap down and the continuation happened. So I'll show you an example of Alibaba this morning. Why did it go down? Alibaba's slowing sales spook investors already on the edge over Ant. There's regulator scrutiny over Ant, and so that's been hurting Alibaba. And then you've got this. So this is news related. This is not just randomly people selling. Alibaba, the revenues grew at the slowest pace on record for the September quarter. All right, and that's according to Yahoo Finance. All right, so there's a reason for this. This is not just random, all right? And the bigger the gap down and the continuation, the more I'm convinced, or I was convinced this morning, that it's likely to continue, but I was waiting for the head fake, which typically happens. Again, not every time. I'm sure there are exceptions. And then I saw this candle here, and I'm like, wow, okay, this thing is very likely to keep going down. No guarantees. But we can see that if you shorted it here, you would have done pretty well. Okay, it just kept going down quite a bit after that. All right, so it's something to consider. So just to wrap it up, just to recap it, look for the gap down. It's got to be a big one, not just tiny gap down. Okay, if there's a continuation with big red candles, even better. Look for the head fake, and this is all stuff that should happen in the first half hour. Or even sooner. I mean, all this stuff happened within 10 or 12 minutes of the opening bell, okay? These are not things that happen during lunchtime or the end of the day, okay? And so you look for that fake dead cat bounce, the head fake, which is typical because stocks usually don't just go straight down forever without some sort of quick head fake upwards, all right? You got people taking profits or whatever, and then look for that big red bar which says, hey, especially if it's on big volume. I don't have the volume bars here, but if it's on big volume, that says, hey, okay, you know what, this was probably just a fake out. I mean, if you look at these green candles here, they're not that big, especially this one. You got a green candle, not super big, and then a small one here. It's like, oh, okay, maybe this was just a head fake to the upside, and then look at the size of that candle there. All right. And the other point is that you're watching the news. You want to know why it's down, if there's a real reason why it's down, okay? And this can work. I mean, right now, the overall stock market is up big time, okay? So here you've got a stock that's down big time, it's not like the whole market's down. It's one thing if the whole entire stock market is down, all right? Then you might want to be even more cautious about using this, you may want to consider not using it. If the only reason Alibaba was down was because the whole market was down 2, 3, 4, 5%, then you might not even want to look at Alibaba in particular. But when the whole market's up a lot, and this stock is down a lot and just keeps going, and then it has that big red candle there, it's like, oh, okay, there's a real problem with this stock and with this company today. This isn't true for tomorrow or the day after. This is an intraday trading strategy for the 1-minute candlestick chart. And you're not going for a huge profit here, okay? You would take profits after a reasonable amount. And you would have some sort of stop loss. You would use a small position size. You're not risking a lot. And I recommend trying this out with demo trading, virtual trading first to make sure that it works before you even consider putting any amount of real money into it. All right, so be careful out there. If you want more help with trading or investing, I do offer coaching. You can email me at davidmodell@gmail.com for that coaching. I hope this is helpful to you. Thanks a lot for watching and listening. I will talk to you again soon.
Pain in my liver, okay. Shame, so much shame. Can't bear my frame, can't bear your name, okay. Can't bear this game. Let's play new rules, old rituals. Guilt trip, heartstring snap. 1, 2, can't go back too much. Not enough. I can't get your claws out my guts. I'm thinking of